bang guitar.
Right? That's Mike on guitar, man. That's Mike. Yeah. That's me singing. Yeah, well, not just pretty faces. People are surprised by that.
It's good studio mixing quality.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
welcome
I
to the Chris and
actually
Mike Show.
recorded that, too.
He did. We recorded in his apartment. Welcome to Mike's Show. He's Mike. I'm Chris. A portion of the show is brought to you by Riverside FM, the one and only choice for podcast platforms. Remember, we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and now streaming live on the chrisandmikeshow.com. And we are blessed to have a really cool superhuman with an amazing life resonating with us today. His name is Dr. Rob Kelly. And we're going to let him kind of just take it away. Let him tell you why he's here and where we're going to, deep dive into conversations. Take it away, Dr. Rob Kelly.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
for
Mike.
coming
Thanks,
on.
Chris. Hey, guys, my name's Dr. Rob Kelly. People call me Dr. Rob, amongst other things, but we're going to stick to Dr. Rob this time. As you can tell from the accent, I'm from East Texas. I'm from Manchester, England. Listen, I'm not American, but I got here as quick as I could, guys. I swear to God. So
And
I've
we
been over here
welcome
for
you,
20
Dr.
years.
Rob.
And listen, I was born on the projects, guys. I grew up in a very poor family. Learned to fight real quick where I came from. Always, it wasn't comfortable on the street. So I always wanted to get off the council estates and the projects. And finally, 20 years ago, after homelessness and dying on the streets and losing everything, I arrived in Dallas, Texas 20 years ago for 3 weeks only. And I never went back home again. So back in the day, I applied for my green card, came in about 4 months, and I did like a little movie after that where they paid me a fortune. So with that money, I set up in Dallas, and 4 years ago, we moved down to San Antonio. But I still have Dallas, San Antonio offices, Switzerland, Spain, Manchester, UK offices, and we've got 4 companies going. We're doing good. We're living the dream instead of dreaming of living.
That
Living
is
the
so
dream, man.
impressive. Wow.
That's amazing.
And
You're
you know why I
worldwide.
have 4 successful businesses? I'll tell you, because I don't give a shit what people think
Okay.
about me anymore. It's like, what if I got to lose? The business goes under. What they're going to do? Take Christmas off
Yeah.
me? I don't care.
Right.
So it's
Right. Oh,
balls
that's
to
awesome.
the wall for me all the time. I'm not scared of nothing. I don't care about what you think about me. Them days have gone, man. Such a weight off my shoulders.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits of getting older in life, right? When you're younger, you kind of
Yes.
have this
Agreed.
you have this aura like, what are they going to think if I look like this, if I dress like this,
Yes.
if I talk like this, but as you get older, you realize that, you know what? Fuck you.
I'm the one doing the work
don't-
every day, right?
Right.
Right?
Right. Like my wife always tells people that with me, it's a love or hate. You either love Chris or you hate Chris. There's no gray.
Right.
There's no in between.
No, no gray. I love that. I usually dress
And there
like
shouldn't
crazy. I
be.
got yellow pants on, blue shoes, pink shirts, bow tie. Well, at your age, psychologically, guys, I'm 35. I'm sticking with 35. I don't
Yeah,
look 65. I'm not 65. Go away with that old man's crap with me. I'm not playing that anymore.
Are
Yeah.
you telling
No,
me you're
agreed.
65, Dr. Rob?
65, yeah, I'm 65.
You
Yeah.
do not look
Yeah.
65. So
No.
I'm going to
Thank
confirm.
you, man. I just lost
Yeah.
153 pounds
Oh, wow.
over the last 2 years. Yeah, so I'm in the best
Outstanding.
shape
Do
of my
that.
life.
Oh, there you go.
And,
Okay.
Feeling
okay.
good. There you
There you
go.
go.
Oh,
There you
shut
go.
up, Chris.
No,
I'm not even playing
no,
with you.
Now, see, here's the thing. I'm 56, so I'm the same concept.
Love
Like
it.
my wife and I were
Yeah.
talking the other day that we were sitting on the couch, and it's like we have friends that are in their 50s and they look like they're 70, and it's like we're 56 and 51, and nobody's ever guessed how old we are. Nobody.
No, I
So,
get
Chris,
the same
let me
thing,
tell you a
for
little
sure.
story real quick. So
Yeah.
we went to a pier somewhere down south, Galveston, and we walked on, and you got to pay. But over 65 is called seniors, and you get like
Right.
half price, right? I'm 64 at the time, and we walked
Okay.
up, and this guy said, 2 seniors. I went, no, what do you mean 2 seniors? Well, it's 65, and you get like half. I will pay full price, thank you.
Yeah.
And I did.
Got
Crazy,
7 months to go.
right?
It's all, that's the thing though. It's all mindset. Age is just a number. When I was a kid, people hit 40, they had that over the hill party, all the black balloons and shit. When they hit 55, they moved out of that residential neighborhood and slid into those adult community only things. And then within 5 years, they were dead. It's like now you know, 50 is like the new 30 because it's just the way you take care of your body, the way you eat healthy, the way you work out, and you maintain, you know, the core four, which is body, being, balance, and business. You get all that stuff dialed in. You're gonna feel and look as young as you want to, regardless of what
Well,
the age
all
is.
three of us growing up, we were taught to not trust anybody over 40
Right,
when we were in
right.
our 20s.
Right.
Yeah.
We lived
yeah.
through that. Now you
And all
laugh
of a
at that.
sudden-
We're in our 50s and 60s, and we're like, man, we're in our prime. We're still going. We're still
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
We're becoming better people, healthier people.
Yeah. I still
Yep.
run. I lift it every day. I lift
Yep.
something. You know, if it's not the
Yep.
gym, I lift. I watch what I eat. Make
Yep.
sure that what I eat is being methylated properly.
Yep.
I don't believe in pharmaceutical companies. I think
Nobody
they're trying to
does.
kill us. Well, they are. So food industry gets us sick, and pharmaceutical keeps us sick.
Oh yeah,
And I've pulled
we have
away
some
from all
friends.
that.
Yeah, we have some friends that were born in South Africa and lived in Jamaica for a few years. They've been in Arizona now for 6, and it blew my mind when we were having a conversation one night. We all went out that they never got sick till they moved to America. Like in Jamaica and South Africa, they were very rarely ever sick. It was just coming to America, the first year in America, with how we process foods and just all the quality of different things. It's that constantly we were sick, sinus infections and stomach aches and flus and colds. Mind boggling to me.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff that's in it over here. So McDonald's fries in England have 4 ingredients. McDonald's fries in America has 27.
Right.
We've
It's
discussed
insane.
that on this podcast. That's funny you bring
It's
that up.
insane. And
Yeah.
every food you can get. I get my bread. I like a bit of bread, so I get my bread from the UK. 4
Okay.
ingredients. I think it's
Really?
salt, flour, and something. Yeah, 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
I pay $12 a loaf.
Right.
You can get loaves there for $4. I don't care. It's pure
Right.
white. It's pure eating. It's just
Yeah.
like I put on so much weight when I came out. I can't understand it. It's like
I'll
I'm
tell you
eating
what-
kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I went to see a doctor. He said, "Oh, don't worry, you're getting old." And I thought, "No, I'm not buying that."
No,
So I
that's
went to
bullshit.
another guy who was all organic, and he got like 6 or 7 labels off food I used to buy. And he's
Yeah.
going, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I never saw it." I said, "No wonder you're putting weight on. Jeez,
Yeah.
you're eating
It's
this
crazy,
shit."
right?
Yeah. So when I met Gary Brecker, who's now one of my best friends,
Right.
he told me what to eat. Stay away from this, this. The weight drops. I feel better. You know, my mind is sharp, man, really sharp. But it's choices that we make.
Yeah. See, I get my bread from my daughter. She bakes it. So again, 4
Oh.
ingredients.
Yeah.
There's Gary Brecker, right there.
Hey, Gary.
So
Hey,
let's
Grant.
talk about.
Tony,
let's
my
talk.
man.
So let's talk about the 5 people. And I know who Grant Cardone is because I'm in real estate. So he's obviously does a lot in the real estate world as far as motivation speak, things like that. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is. Love him or hate him, people know who he is. I've never heard of Gary. Obviously, I heard of Jenny McCarthy because MTV, right? And then I want to say I've heard of John. But if you can kind of let us know who these other 5 people are with you and how they're involved and what you're doing with your recovery group, that would be fantastic.
I only see 6. Is there more than 6?
Well,
on
well,
there?
you're the 6th, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So John's a business guy. So this
Okay.
is a conference.
Okay.
So obviously Tony, I met him years and years and years and years ago, and I can't say he went through our program because can't say that. Grant Cardone, I met through Gary Brecker. Gary Brecker is just an amazing human being. Jenny, I know because of the Wahlberg family.
Right.
So yeah, so I get to hang around and work with A-list celebrities, CEO, FBI, CIA. I mean, all them guys is kind of friends or patients or colleagues.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I look at me and Gary speak most days, and some of the revelation that he's shown me about being that superhuman is just incredible. It really because when mindset is like this. I opened a English restaurant next to my offices. I called it the Old English Tea Shop. We sell everything that you can buy in Britain: fish and chips, pine chips, all that we sell. And my financial guy and people around us go, "You must be insane."
Right. I was
First
going
of
to say
all-
that probably. Mhm.
First of all, do you have any experience? No. Well, who's going to run it? My sister. So she has experience? No.
Nope.
Well, who has experience? Nobody.
Nobody.
You cannot open this restaurant. How much you putting in? 200 grand. We're in the top 12
Nice.
of affluent businesses, restaurant businesses in San Antonio, and we've been open for 2 years.
That's fair.
It's here. We're great believers
Yeah.
that you can do anything you want in the world. You can achieve anything. I'm not a political guy. I don't give a shit about politics.
Right.
But one thing I say to
Thank
people
you.
all the time, because when I used to come over here, I used to say, you can do anything. And the first thing the guy said to me in America said, well, I can't be president of the United States. We had a businessman a few years ago running the country with no political experience whatsoever. Don't dare tell me you can't
True.
achieve your dreams. Somebody's put that
Yep.
there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I would say a lot of it starts with not listening to other people.
Because they'll design your life for you, you know?
Yes.
Right.
Even when we were kids at school, we used to play in the streets at nighttime, 4 o'clock, play football. And we'd often be found doing this, you know, kick the ball to Johnny. Johnny, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. What about you, Bill?
Right.
I want to be a football star. What happened to them dreams? They got kicked out of us by our
Yeah.
family and friends. That was so stupid, Robbie. You can't go to college. You can't be a doctor. We're from the projects. People from the projects don't do that. Get a normal job, digging the roads like Dad, have a couple of children, live on the projects. That's it. That's what you're worth, and that's your placement. And I just wasn't having that.
So I remember from reading the emails that you sent us in our, pre-show communication, you've been there, done that as far as the addiction side of it, right?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you say
it's-
that led to a lot of your success in being able to convince other people, if I can do this, so can you? Because I say
Yeah.
that a lot. If you've been there, done that, you're not going to bullshit that person, right?
Well, first
True.
of all, if you haven't been through alcoholism and addiction, you can't help anybody. I don't care how many degrees you've
Right.
got. You can't help people because you don't know where my mind is when I want to drink. And we everything I say on here is tested. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Beautiful. Everything's tested
21
and
years.
trialed what we do. 20 years? Beautiful.
21.
21.
I
Yeah.
just reached legal drinking age for an alcoholic.
I love it. I love it. But it's true. I mean, you no doctors or
Yeah.
scientists, they can't help us, you know. So by going through it at the time when I lost everything, because I did come off the project and I did make something myself, but then I drank everything away, kids, wife, holiday homes, and end up on the
See, that's where
streets.
you and Mike are the same. That's
Mine was
where you and Mike
drugs,
line
but-
up. Yeah.
Yeah. I was living in my car, Dr. Rob.
Oh, you had a car?
I had
my
I had
God.
I couldn't drive it, but I was living in it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, I'd be often found in dumpsters and under trees and, passed
Wow.
out in the road somewhere. It's just, I died twice on the streets, and then pigs brought me back to life, and I hated those guys for that, them medics back in the day. But yeah, man, you got to go through it. And I tell people, when we do conferences, I tell people all the time, we'll get a couple on stage and to go, what's your dream? Oh, I want to run my own business. Why can't you? Well, but stop right there. Give me one reason you can't
But-
do this. Well, that's an excuse. Give
Nope.
me a reason.
Yep.
You can't give me a reason because you're full of fear and you're scared. But I'll tell you something now, Billy. If we went to court tomorrow, you brought all the evidence that you can't do this, and I brought all the evidence that you can do this. The judge is not only going to throw you out of court, he's going to do you for contempt of court because you have one piece of paper, man, and that one piece of paper is bullshit from your hearing people around you. Don't be so stupid. You can't. You're doing what? You're opening a British restaurant in Texas? This is Tex-Mex country, Rob. You're insane. You know what my answer is? Says who?
Yeah. I would go to your restaurant just because it's not Tex-Mex. Just saying.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I mean? Just because I like outside the norm. Like I don't want to go.
authentic.
Exactly. Everybody has every state has their thing, right? But
Yeah,
why go if there's 15,000 Tex-Mex places and then there's your spot?
correct. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to yours just because I want to see what it tastes like, what the food's
Yeah,
like
I
there,
like
because
when
eventually I
somebody
want to
says-
go.
I do it different.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what we did. I don't have any experience in restaurants, but I didn't want any. The people we hired, they had to have one thing, and that's no experience, because we wanted it to be like a themed, like a show when you come in. So it just so happens that most of the staff are English. And, when they walk in, they see all the British stuff. The Brits come from out of nowhere in San Antonio to come see us. So, yeah, I'm all about providing something that nobody else provides. And even with my other companies, like my arcade, what I do for a living, We do stuff that other people are not doing. We're 10, 20, 30 years ahead of anybody else out there doing what we do.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Why be normal?
exactly. So
Try
explain to
normal,
us,
end up on the streets.
so explain to us what it is exactly you do, because like I alluded to when we started, you have this amazing life resume, and looking at your website, there's so many rabbit holes to go down. So if I came to you, if I met you at your restaurant, say, you came out and said, "Hey, how's the food?" I'd say, "It's great, Dr. Rob. Can you tell me what you do? What is it that you do? What's your thing? What is it? What is it?"
So I'm a psychologist,
Okay.
a PhD psychologist, PhD behavioral scientist, and we're neuroscience experts. So we're more neuroscientists than we are doctors, because we've studied the brain intensely now for about 15 years, way before everyone told us the brain is hardwired. This is stupid. Texas took my license off me once.
Really?
Because he said I was teaching woo-woo stuff. Yeah, I
Wow.
lecture to those guys today. I don't know how that works. Plus, I got my license back. So, yeah, we restructure brains. We use stuff like the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, the insula, the hippocampus, the hypothalamus. They all play a part from our tests and trials and research that we've done.
Okay.
So the statement is, and people freak out until they go and do the research, and we're at the head, is alcoholics are born and drug addicts are made. So we treat anxiety, depression, PTSD. We're just doing early trial work with Alzheimer's, where we're seeing a huge turnaround.
Oh, right
So
on.
that's what we do. Anything psych, behavioral science-wise, whether you're an alcoholic or just somebody who's depressed, who's lost his job but wants to start his own little thing, they come to us, man, and we heal and we push them forward. We'll build websites for you. We'll make contacts for you. You do all this crazy stuff. So yeah, it's we love what we do because we do what we love.
Right. And I love your saying that the problem is not our drinking, it's our thinking.
Do you know where I got that from, Chris? You will really relate to this. Both of you guys will. So I'm outside a liquor store. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got a vest on, pair of shorts, pair of flip-flops. I'm sweating profusely and it's snowing.
Oh,
So I know from my past that I'm going through what's called the DTs, guys, delirium tremens,
right.
which means alcohol or hospital in the next hour. Otherwise, I'm dead.
Yeah.
This Pakistani guy always opens a door at 5, not supposed to serve until 7, closes the door behind him. I get in and I don't know what happened this day, but this, well, it was me. I was side and my bang, head, and I'm sweating and I can't really walk properly. And I put my £10 on the counter, and he put the bottle of vodka on the counter. And for whatever reason that day, this is what I did. Then opened the bottle, had my hand around the neck of the bottle, sweat stopped, nervousness stopped, shakes, headaches went away in milliseconds. I remember looking at the bottle, looking at the shopkeeper. It was like in slow motion. And I looked back and I went, holy fuck, it's not the alcohol.
No.
And that's when we did our research and found out that alcohol has 1% to do with alcoholism. And the same with every other addiction, food, porn, cake, whatever it is, not the problem.
See, I always, and being 21 years sober, right? I alluded to it as I started out, just long story short, I would drink on Fridays, right? And then Friday would turn Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, now Sunday football's on. And then Monday night football. Then my wife was going to school and working 2 different jobs. I was self-employed selling houses. So then she was, doing her thing. So she was gone 7 days a week. So I got that woe was me thing. So the Friday night just drinking with friends started turning into a habit. And as the habit exceeded and the tolerance grew, then you start drinking more and more beer, start drinking more and more Jack. Then all of a sudden, 6 months into this thing, like anything else, just like working out, addicts have to chase something. They need something to chase. So you start working out and you make it a habit that you're up every morning at 6 o'clock. You're at the gym by 7:30, you're done by 8:30, your day goes on. To me, it was the same kind of concept with drinking, because it got to a point where it was just a habit. It was natural. If I didn't have a beer in my hand, what was wrong with me? So when I finally did stop, which was a major blow up thing with my wife and we never argued, we never fought. And I woke up the next day, holy shit, something's got to change. Right. So I went to an AA meeting because I needed to do something to prove to her that I was going to stop. And when I went to the second AA meeting, because the first one wasn't the right age group, I got a chip. And when I realized, I get a chip for 24 hours, then I get a 30-day, then I get a 60-day, a 90-day, so on. That was what drove me, believe it or not, to stay sober, because I didn't want to give them back my chip. And every chip I achieved, I gave that chip to my wife. So when I got my 24, I held it till I got my 30 day. She got the 24, I held the 30 day. She got the 30, I held the 60, and so on. So that to me showed me that if once I turned the drinking and stopped that and turned it into a workout habit with the target of getting these chips, I sailed through my first year. The second year was a little bit harder. As I've gone through my time of being sober, certain years have been harder than others. But the first year was it really was smooth sailing because I just, like you said, I just changed my thinking. I changed my mindset. I need to stop for this reason. I need to do it for this. And I need to fill the void with that. And that to me is how I survived my first year. And then I've just kind of, trucked along ever since.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
But I never thought of it the way you just did it until we just had you on the show. That seems the parallel there for sure.
Well, the thing about drug addicts is it's the addictive personality. And exactly what you said happens. But what happens with the destruction part of the brain, which is the basal ganglia, where it's our repetition, strengthen, and confirms of a behavior or a trait, is that when you get out and said enough's enough, your repeated behavior, which then become a working part of the mind, was to follow the gym, get your chips, and that was rigid. So once it becomes a working part of the mind, it's very hard to go back and undo that.
Right. It's hard to rebel against yourself.
Correct.
When you make the decision to do something, it's hard to rebel against that decision because you consciously made that decision, whatever it is.
But most people, if we got honest with, I was in AA, I'm not anymore, for 25 years, talking on behalf around the world. It was amazing. But most people, when you sit them down and you say, are you done? They go, oh, yeah, I'm done. We did loads of guys in AA. And are you really done? Well, they always had that lurking notion, like the book says, of being able to drink one day. And while you're in that split mindset, you will always relapse. Always.
Yep.
So
that book, man, I'm telling you, that book, 1938 when they wrote it, 39 it came out, is the best piece of literature I have ever read. And I studied Carl Jung, being recovered from an alcoholic or any other addiction. The best book. There's so much stuff in that book that people miss. So many words that people don't know what it means. When it talks about trudging the road of happy destiny, not to trudging, you look in the American dictionary, and trudge says to, like, walking through mud, struggling to walk. Well, the big book wasn't come from America. It came from Oxford English Dictionary, because most of them went to Oxford University and call themselves the Oxford Group. So when you look at trudge in England, it says to march on triumphantly.
Right.
It's unbelievable when you start picking that book way before its time. I have no idea how they wrote it, knowing what they know now.
Yeah. Mike?
I guess what I would disagree with, and not really disagree, I just had a different path. I always felt like if I needed somebody to help me quit, then I'm not ready to quit, right? But I think you have to be that strong-willed to be able to do that too, right? I looked at it a little bit in reverse. And it's no diss on anybody else's take, but if I need to go to AA or I need to go to a recovery center, now I'm addicted to being not addicted, right?
Right.
That's why you don't hear me talk a lot about I'm recovered for this long, or I just chose not to do that, right? I can choose.
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
I can
had no
choose to
idea
have
when I
2
got
beers
sober.
every night.
Yeah.
And I can enjoy those beers, and I don't need 7 more, right?
There you go. Yeah.
I rewired my thinking. That's the part I agree with everything you said about it's a mindset, right? It's in your brain.
100%.
You have to rewire the way that you live your life. Chris chose to run. He chose to challenge himself physically. You wouldn't believe it, but he was overweight and sick when he quit drinking. To look at him now, you would never think that. He looks 20 years younger than he did back then.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was his choice to fill that void.
Yeah.
I just think it's very important for people to understand you have to make that decision first and foremost. I can't just sit down in front of Dr. Rob and say, help me quit, right? Because you're going to say you have to want to do that first.
Yep.
One of the reasons we have a 98% success rate over 25 years with 11,000 patients and a money back guarantee if you relapse.
That's
is
cool.
The fact that we have an assessment that you need to pass. And in
Nice.
75% of people, they fail the assessment. Because like you said,
Oh.
Mike, you have to
like to
make
hear
you have to make your mind up whether you're ready. I can't convince you. We turned down millions of dollars from high profile people to the guy doing the garbage because they're not ready. We have a series of questions. I can't do anything with you if you're not ready to quit. We can't help you rewire brain and stuff like that. If you're not ready, it's only when you're ready. You know, there's a lot of people that can. My dad was good at this. He was smoked 40 cigarettes a day back in 60s, I think, and the cigarettes went up by half a penny or something. He said, "That's it. I'm done. Never smokes again."
Well,
I see people all the time doing that.
I did that with I used to chew Copenhagen, man. I chewed since I was 17 years old. My wife and son were in Oregon visiting a friend, and it was 4th of July weekend, and I reached over from my chair. I just got back from showing houses and stuff, and I grabbed my can. It was empty. I'm like, I don't want to go to the store. I haven't chewed since.
That was it. Yeah.
That was it. You know, and then some people just adamantly struggle with stopping anything.
Yeah,
And this was something, right?
That's
And
still
this
my
was
only vice is nicotine, for sure.
right. And that's the thing. Copenhagen was a total freaking just hand. You know, it was a habit. If anything else,
Oh, you
it
chewed all
just
the time
and
when I first met you,
right.
for sure. Yeah.
and just I don't want to go to the store. It got lazy. I didn't want to get up and go back outside because it was hot. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. It's just I'm done. And she came home 3 days later, and I was a little edgy. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I stopped chewing on Saturday." She just looks at me, "What?" It's like I didn't want to go to the store.
I need that revelation, brother.
But that's what Mike said. Right, but that's what Mike said. It's you got to be ready. You know, you can't half-ass it because you're not going to be
what?
successful.
No, I'm not gonna take you on as a patient if I don't think you're ready. And we pull all sorts of shit. You know, we often get, because of who we are, parents coming in with kids. Yeah, little Johnny is at school. You know, he needs to come and he's taking too much of this and too much of that, and we assess him. We bring him in, and we sit him down. And if he sounds uninterested, I will say to him, I've got some Percocet left over from another patient. Let's take one each today. Let's start Monday. It's Friday now. We'll start a scratch. You ready? Yeah. I get up, walk out into the waiting room. I say to his parents, he's not ready. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he's kicking off. Oh, Dad, I don't give a shit. You're not ready. I can't do this, man.
Yep.
So is
So I'm
that what it
obviously-
is
yeah.
basically a visual assessment? Or I'm sure you
Yes.
have a series of questions, but you also are visually watching how their body language is and what they're saying. And
Yeah. So 90-something% of communication is nonverbal. So with my PhD in behavioral science, that's where it picks up. I could tell you stuff you're thinking about before you're even thinking it, because the body, somatic experience example, the body tells us if you know what you're looking at way before the voice will, of what
cool.
you're thinking just by movement. My professor sent me to the zoo for a year to study primates. I hated that man. It was pouring down, it was snowing, and there's me. It's closed, but he has some freaking friend in there. He used to let me, and that every day, man. He used to come a couple of times. Oh, you're here? Yeah, I'm here. It's fucking snow. I'm here. Good for you. All right. And he used to speak like this. Good for you, Kelly. Oh, Kelly, just carry on now. And he'd walk off, and I'm like, this guy is insane. But, oh my God, how you can
So you talk like Ozzy Osbourne?
Yes. Yes.
Right on. That's awesome.
Sharon!
I like, yeah, that's awesome. All right. So we're on TV and radio. Do we have a radio show, or is this just kind of like what you do with us? You coming on, you kind of sharing what you do and how
Don't
you
have
do
a
it.
podcast. I used to have
Okay.
a radio show in Dallas
Okay.
called Celebrity. I can't remember what. Sober Celebrities. And we used to
Okay.
interview people and stuff, but not been on.
Cool.
I just go on podcasts now.
Okay.
And the nice thing is, especially when podcasts have only been going for a couple of months, they'll ask me, first of all, have I been on a podcast? And I love it when
Okay.
people ask me that. But yeah, I've done thousands and thousands and thousands. But this is how we do it. We turn down 30 podcasts a month of clowns that just want me on there for ratings. But what Courtney does, she's very clever. She goes out, and we don't care if you've got one viewer or a million. She goes out and she finds people that are changing the world. And then we'll humbly approach you. And she does all the back end. And all I get last night was my day saying, hey, you're on with Mike and Chris tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, brilliant. And we don't take questions and nothing like that. It has to be
Yeah.
authentic, you know?
Right, which is why we do what we do, because we want it
Yeah,
to be authentic, because we want the real people. Interviews, like I said, when I was on radio, I used to get so much slack because I didn't do interviews. I had 5 segments in my show, and everything was conversational. And my producers would give me shit, dude, you stop, you can't be a feature, blah blah blah. I'm like, yes, I can. It's human interest, even though it's real estate centric. You have a home inspector, he's a human. You have a lender who's a human. You have a home buyer who's a human. These people have value that is just not industry related. And they didn't understand that, but the conversations were so much better, Dr. Kelly. It was they flowed so much more. People loved listening to it. It was a better approach to radio than just saying, so Dr. Kelly, how long have you been a PhD? 26 years. That's great. What's your specialty? Oh, this. It's boring, man. It's like, give me a break. You
Just like you said, you know, people like authentic. And the thing that I appreciated in reverse about Courtney is I knew that she spent some time listening to it, because she cited specific examples that were deep in podcasts that only she could have known if she listened to it, right?
And that's her job, you know? Oh, they're the bodybuilding days.
Well, I want you to
that
know
was you?
very good at it.
Yeah. I won
That's you,
several
Dr.
titles
Kelly?
back home. Yeah, I was
Right on.
17.
Smoke.
I just won the under drug free. I just won the
Nice.
under 21s. Yeah. Again, though,
you're-
Chris and Mike, you both get this, and I hope the viewers at home will. We have them brains. Yeah, I'm either going to do something or I'm not. I'm not going to. You know, I've never played basketball, so when my friend, hey, do you want to come play back? No. Why? Never played it. Well, learn. No, I'll never rock the world with it, so I'm not doing it. I do the things that when I played at Abbey Road for about a year, you know, when I created companies, when I, you know, all this stuff that I want to do, it's going to happen because of the brain is trained to succeed. So I'm going to play basketball for fun? No, it's not over till you win. Nobody knows the second person on the moon or the second guy that broke the 4-minute mile. Nobody knows him, but everyone knows Bannister, the first guy that did it.
Yep.
I want to be Roger Bannister every single time.
You keep blowing by these brilliant points that are going to just blow by people. One of the most important things that you just said is be careful how you invest your time. People waste so much of their life doing things that they don't have to do. They choose to do it for whatever reason. Sit in front of the TV for 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day. Think about what you could have done, right? Don't spend your time doing things that you're not good at, and don't waste it doing things that you could be improving your financial well-being, your health well-being. Yeah,
it's so true. And doing things for other people. Like, one of my biggest sayings is yes or no is a full enough answer. Because this is what I used to be like. Hey, Rob, you coming to the party? No. See, my auntie's uncle's dog, like, he's sick. So shut up. No. Maybe a thank you, but no. And it's so relieving. And they go, oh, okay. I don't need to explain myself. I got nothing to prove to anybody or anything. You know, I love what you said, Chris. It's because I'm older. I don't give a shit anymore. I used to sit behind and look at all the comments and who does he think he is, and I'd have a bad day. Fuck you.
Yep. And there's
I'll
still
tell you
people
who
out
I
there,
am.
man.
I'm the guy with $100 million in the fucking bank. What the hell are you doing? Sat at home in your parents' bedroom because your fucking wife throwing you out. The kids don't want to see you, and you want to comment on what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. See, that's the fun thing. We had somebody, keyboard warrior, on one of our posts, one of our guests. I don't forget what it was, but you know, I just chimed in. Hey, thanks for watching.
Love it.
Yep.
Do you know
We
what
just
I
had
found,
another
guys,
one.
Yeah.
over the years? This is what I found. Nobody will negatively comment on your stuff that's doing as good as you or better.
Right.
Nobody.
Amen.
Always the wannabes that are going to comment, and God bless them, man. I love Cat Williams. You should be grateful you've got haters. You know, if you've got haters you don't like, send them my way. I got loads of room for haters.
We looked at it, Dr. Rob, as a sign of we're finally making it, right? Because we're doing something that is annoying people's spirits. You know, that's the way I look at it. And I'm so proud of Chris and myself, because we just go on there and say, hey, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it, you know?
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Well, you know what they say, when truth walks in, bullshit walks out.
Right. Is this the bread you get? Is this the bread you import?
That's the imported bread, yeah. And
Toasty.
Beautiful, big, thick chunks. It's bright white when you take it out. Ours is yellow over here, but Yeah,
Right.
man, I love that.
Right on.
I love that bread. And that's the
That's
Breath
awesome.
Box, one of my second companies I
Yep.
have.
Yep. So what is it? Give us a real quick synopsis of what the Breath Box is, because I know I saw it on your website, but what's the Breath Box all about?
Basically, the Breath Box is reprogramming pathways, reprogramming thought patterns, reprogramming behavior using subliminal messaging, breath work, and guided narrative over the top. It changes structures of the brain.
Okay.
And we do it online or we do it in person,
I would be
and
super interested in that.
it will change your life. Every movie star that's been through any trouble at all, they've gone through Breathbox.
Really?
Because it changes you as a person. Whether you want to be the best podcaster or the best dad,
Right.
it doesn't make it's not just for addiction. In actual fact,
Okay.
1% of the work I do right now is probably addiction and alcoholism. The rest is power management and getting people
Nice.
healthy and true, finding their identity. But this software, and I invite you both to come and try a free session online.
Okay.
Book it in with Courtney.
Love to.
And I'm telling you now, this is what people do, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Whether they're 15 or 9, we had a 91-year-old woman here going through it,
Okay.
and this is what they do. The fuck was that? And we go, right? Oh my God, I feel amazing. We go, right? Oh, there's the Benny. There's the Bentley.
Yep. There's the Bentley. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Is that the bougie Mercedes, as my wife calls them,
What, the great
in
car?
the garage? Yeah.
Oh, that's
no, that's
the,
the Bentley in the garage.
No, in the garage is the Defender by Range Rover,
Okay.
the new Defender.
Gotcha.
And that's a Bentley Speed.
Yep. Yep.
God, that was a
That's
crazy
beautiful.
price.
It's a nice car, man.
Beautiful, though.
Yeah, it's a racing car in
Oh,
Raleigh.
I don't doubt that. It's a Bentley, man.
Very manly.
Yeah. Is that your son?
Payment. Hey, the payments are on it are not very manly, I'm telling you.
Bring you to your
I wish
knees.
I had a Bentley, so they all say, I said, just pay $6,000 a month for for the lease or the freaking, you'll be
There you
good. You
go.
can have one easy.
Yeah.
You
There's
know?
the guns.
Oh man, I love these.
Yeah.
Where you
This
getting
is
these
why I do
pictures
this.
from?
It's from your Facebook page, man.
Huge.
People
podcast
always
network.
ask him that too. Where are you getting
Yeah.
this from?
Yeah.
Right.
It's your Facebook page. Whoops.
I'm looking good
But
there.
see, here's the cool thing about photos. Okay, this guy was this guy,
Yeah.
right?
is.
That right there is that's just summarizes who you are. You went from this, which anybody who's ever been an addict on any type of level can look at that picture. Like when I flipped the thing, I got chills because knowing this is you now. I didn't know you then, but now where you're at now in your life, that's an amazing turnaround, man. And that's why we like people like you on our show, because it's life resume, it's storytelling, it's conversation. If this guy can turn into that guy flying in a helicopter, over Manhattan,
You can.
why can't you?
Right.
Why can't you? You know,
Exactly.
what about
And the answer is you can. The
Yes.
answer is you can. Everybody,
Yes.
guys, everybody can do this, guys at home listening. Everybody, unless you've got severe brain damage, everybody can do this. This is not
Yep.
this is not set aside for the elite. Get rid of
No.
the trauma, get rid of the shit that's holding you back, find out who you are. You can do anything, and stop letting people tell you can't, man. I love it when someone
Agreed.
said, "No, you can't do that." I mean, that's kind of crazy. Says who?
Really?
Without giving up too many of your secrets, because
Yeah.
we
We don't want people to give up.
that
Yeah, we want
happen.
people to
But
come to you. Yeah.
If I had gotten up that morning and wanted to live, and I found myself standing in front of you, and I passed your assessment, because believe me, I would have. I knew I was going to die. Right?
Yeah.
I weighed 128 pounds. What do you do differently than if I had just walked in any other treatment center in America who follows basically the same protocols?
Here's
Good question.
So we don't believe in treatment centers. They don't like us and we don't like them. Apart from a handful we work with, it's brilliant. We could call any treatment center up right now, live on air, and we can say, I'm an alcoholic and suffering. Do you know what the first question they're going to ask you? Do you have insurance? So in any way, we can all get, if we have insurance, they're going to take us. It's no wonder the 2 and 3% success rate. It's like, we don't ask that. And we don't concentrate on the alcohol or the drug. We don't concentrate on that. It's not the problem. The problem was me. The problem was always me, the way I was wired. I mean, the alcoholic gene is real. The hypothalamus, which is part of the brain, it's our survival part of the brain. It tells human beings to eat food, drink water to survive. We don't have to think about it. That's what happens from birth. When baby's crying, got the hand down the mouth, they're hungry. They know they have to eat. The hypothalamus with alcoholics is different to any other addiction, and this is why. During the alcoholic's career, which actually was a career for me, the hypothalamus hijacks the brain and tells the alcoholic to drink alcohol only to survive. That's why I could go days or weeks without food or water. Because my primary purpose was, while I'm drinking one bottle, where's the other bottle coming from?
Right,
And I'm
right.
panicking if I don't get the other one. That's the difference. Basal ganglia is different and the amygdala is different.
It's
with
crazy you
alcoholics.
say
Now,
that
both
because
show up
I've
the
known,
same.
I've known so many. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No.
I just had like a goosebumps go up all over because I've known so many alcoholics and they all have one thing in common. They don't have any interest in food.
Oh, because we don't need it. The hypothalamus is not saying, hey, let's eat food to survive. It's saying, let's drink alcohol. So
The
we're
fact you said
allergic
it
to the
hijacked it
ethanol.
is what caught my
It
ear.
hijacks
That
the brain,
makes
yeah.
total sense.
Yeah.
And that's why everything else go bye-bye, kid. When they took my 3-year-old off me, she was crying. The police were there taking, I'd been drunk for 2 days, not fed, not changed diapers. They took him out it was horrible. Do you think for a second that if I had a choice over this shit, I would have done that? The answer is no. When I stabbed my wife 3 times one night because she wouldn't let me finish my bottle of vodka, that's insanity. That's because the choice whether we drink or not is taken away because of the hypothalamus and the basal ganglia.
And
Like,
see, here's
we
the cool.
can't
Yeah.
choose.
Here's one. It's not a cool thing, but here's one thing Mike and I have discussed on this show over 180 plus episodes. The amount of drive and focus that an addict has when they wake up in the morning, knowing they have to get their high or get their fix. If they would just take 10% of that as a sober person, the successfulness of that individual would be unsurmountable. Because they'll do anything and everything possible to get their meth, to get their heroin, to get their bottle of vodka, to get whatever drug, whatever it is they're chasing. They will stop at nothing to achieve that moment of high, regardless of what it is. Yet then, like you're talking about, people come to you and why aren't you like the number one realtor in Arizona, Chris? Well, I don't know. And like, well, there's your problem right there.
Yes.
This is why, because you
Yes.
don't have the right mindset.
We're
Let me fix your
geniuses.
mindset. Right.
Yes.
So let me fix your mindset, because then you will be.
Yes.
It's mind-boggling to me. So how you just spun it with the brain and how it's all functioning and how the
Yeah.
brain does what it does. It's always blown Mike and I's mind that an addict will do absolutely fucking anything in
Anything.
their power. Anything.
Yeah.
Sell their soul.
We
Right. We had,
We
yes.
tested that theory.
Okay.
We asked 10 or 15 friends around us. It was in Dallas. I can't remember. When you're going to relapse, they were chronic relapses, but they've been sober for at least a month.
Yeah.
If you're going to relapse, and we hope you don't, can you call us? And we'll pick you up within 10, 15 minutes. We'll wire to head and wire to the heart, if that's okay, to the chest.
Yeah.
And we want to monitor the whole situation. We'll take you to the dealer or liquor store. You go in,
Okay.
do your stuff, come out. We'll drive you back home and drop you off. Are you up for it? And all 10 said, yes, we're up for it.
Wow. That's
Every
cool.
single
cool.
person that we picked up, took them back home.
Yeah.
Do you know what the most intoxicating part of that was? The drive
buying
to the
it.
liquor store.
Oh, really?
The drive
Okay.
to the
Okay.
dealer.
Yep.
The holding the
Okay.
bottle before it's been opened or paid for. It was
Okay.
off the friggin' charts. Because yeah.
That gives me goosebumps too, because I
And then
remember
when they
that
get in the
feeling.
car, it's like, hey, wow, come on. This is awesome, man. Thank you so much. They're there
Yeah.
because when we take the alcohol or drug, we're done. Like,
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you'll last 10 minutes knowing what's what. After 10 minutes, I'm
Right.
oblivious. I don't know what I'm doing. So the
But it's
drive
that
to there is the
adrenaline
important
rush
thing.
of
Right.
going there and
Yes.
holding it while you're going back to wherever you're going to.
And that's
with the
why these
people.
parts of the
Yeah.
brain,
it's the thrill of the chase.
It makes sense.
It's the chase. That's
And-
what I got.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had somebody in my family that was addicted to heroin, and at the height of their heroin addiction, it wasn't the drug itself. It was getting the needle and piercing the vein, knowing whether they were going to live or die. That was what they were chasing. They no longer chased the high.
No.
They chased the thrill of the needle
That's the
going
real
piercing
life
their skin.
example of what he just said, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
That's
I
crazy.
hated alcohol. I hated the taste of it. I hated what it did to me.
Me too. I
but
hated all the
needed
drugs
it.
I was doing too, for sure.
Yeah, we need that stuff, and that's the difference between someone who's a heavy drinker or somebody who abuses alcohol. You can stop, man. Abusers come in. Well, listen, how old are you? 42. Fucking stop, knobhead. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do. Stop it. Behave. You're 42
Yeah.
years old. You're not a kid anymore. Them guys
Right.
stop. But then there's the real deals that come here that can't
Mm-hmm.
stop.
Right.
And kids and wives and everything go by the by because their brain is telling them, once we get clean and sober, once we build identity, the traveling, the childhood trauma, the rerouting of brain and the body and everything's been done well, we are geniuses. And that's why we build empires with people. We don't build fucking businesses. Get a website and a credit card, $20, you got a business. Let's build
Right.
some empires.
Yes.
And most of all the people that's left us, that stayed in touch with us, have signed that contract for that $1 million movie. They've signed the contract for this. They've started a business. Most of them call us up after 2 or 3 years and go, hey, do you know what, Dr. Rob, you've saved my life, man. I go, why? I started that business. Oh, how's that business going? We're taking $3.2 million a year.
That's awesome.
And I got married. You got married? Yeah, I got 3 beautiful daughters. You got kids, man? That's the shit I do it for.
That's
Right
I
on.
don't get involved with the money. I don't get involved with it. And
Right.
they take care of that.
Yeah.
When somebody calls me up and says that to me, or someone spots me somewhere, they come over, so you changed my life. And I go, why? What happened? And they tell me a story like that, paid in full.
Amen.
Yeah. All right. I love that. I want to build an empire with Dr. Rob. I'm just saying.
Build an empire, man. Yeah, don't let businesses.
I'm,
What?
I'm excited.
I've got all the. So there's a guy that owns a treatment center that we become best friends, and we're just creating this other treatment center model. And I told him blatantly, in 2 years' time, you'll have $10 million in the bank.
Yeah.
And he's come over and he spent some time with us. And about 3 days ago, he called me up and said, you know, Rob, I believe you.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't believe you can, you're not going to do it.
Right.
If you believe you can. So when you get up in, I think it was Winston Churchill that said, if you get up thinking you have a good day, you will. If you get a bad day, you're right both ways. So
Right.
you decide in the morning, when the subconscious brain wakes up in the morning from lack of oxygen, you get to change that and hit the conscious brain. You get to program the mind that programs the brain, hence mind over matter, to program the brain to have a day beyond your wildest dreams. Every single day. We have today. We don't have tomorrow. Oh, yes, we have today. What are you going to do today that changes the world? Is
Right.
what I asked everybody are coming. Well, what are you going to do? Well, I can't change the world. Really? Do this tomorrow, guys. Next time you're in a built-up area of people, look at somebody walking towards you with nice sneakers. And I want you to say 2 words to him, guys. They go, what 2 words are them? Nice sneakers. And what else? That's
I knew he
it.
was gonna say that.
That's
And
it.
out they go, hey, nice sneakers. The guy goes, oh, thank you, man. And as
Yeah,
we
and
turn
then-
around and
and
watch
then-
him walk away, he's looking down his sneakers 2 or 3 times. You've just changed his world, therefore changed the whole world. But he goes on to the wife.
Yeah.
And now he's in a good mood. Then the mother-in-law calls, and you get the gist.
Yep.
That's the ripple effect.
Yep.
We talk about
It's
that.
ripple
You will
effect.
never
Absolutely.
know. But don't tell me, guys, you
Nope.
can't change the world. It's not true. That's a lie. Our biggest lie in the world
Yeah.
is that you can't make a difference.
Well, yeah, that goes
I'm
back
living
to
proof. I was a super negative person, and I just started doing the opposite of everything that I had been doing up to that point, right? I made it a point to be nice to people even when they disrespected me, right? I thought that's the only person that's getting hurt is me when I get offended or upset. I heard someone say one time, and you'll appreciate this as a psychologist, if you're easily offended, you are also easily manipulated. Don't ever forget that, right?
Yeah.
If you can't
Exactly.
control your emotions enough to not be offended, you are
Yeah.
also easily manipulated, whether you want to
Right.
believe it or not.
You
See,
can't
and I've been
offend me
working.
without.
Right. Right. See, I've been
You
working
can't
on that
offend
shit.
me without me with giving you permission to do that. That's the thing
Thank you.
nobody knows.
Right.
Thank
Is
you.
you might
Right.
say something nasty, but I need to accept that in my heart as being offensive. I don't anymore.
Right.
I ain't giving out hate anymore. I'm giving out gratitude. I'm giving out my time. I'm giving out money. I'm giving out everything about me. So you can say what you want, but I don't accept it. That's your belief of me based on jealousy.
Right. See, and I've making this year. I've done this year to where I've
And the guy want to be you. That's it.
yeah, see, I've taken a thing this year where I'm learning to be non-reactionary, so I don't react to things. I just let them stew. I just let them sit. I had one incident in December where I totally reacted the wrong way with my daughter. Shit hit the fan. And so my wife, it took her a while to kind of believe that. And I've had moments, right? I'm not flawless, right? I've had probably 2 or 3 moments
have
where
our
I
moments.
quick reaction, but on a whole, from where I was years and years and years, because that's who I am. I'm always a reactionary guy. So I've actually found myself like I've enjoyed life this much more this year because I'm not reactionary, because I'm not allowing the stupid shit bother me.
And him and I will have private conversations about these accomplishments just to it's not a bragging thing. If people would look at it on the outside looking in, they'd say, oh, look at those guys really patting themselves on the back. It's that we used to be different people.
Right.
And we used to deal with it differently. So when we have these little moments where we're like, hey, man, this happened today and here's how I dealt with it. And he'll say the same thing. We just walk away smiling. It's like, we're moving on and becoming, you're elevating, right?
Yeah.
Because
we're
they
evolving.
can't do that. Then they're going to take a cheap shot, and that's all they are, cheap shots. It's the world and people have see, everyone's jealous about what I have, but nobody's jealous about how I got here.
Thank you.
That's so brilliant.
Oh, it's true. Look at him and his big car. He's like, he's paid 300 grand for that. Look at his big $1 million. Yeah. Do you want to come also look at me when I'm on the floor bleeding to death? Do you want to look at me when my fucking kids looked at me in the eyes at the ages 1 and 3 and said, Daddy, please don't drink? You know, do you want to come back? But no, you don't. You just want to judge what I'm doing now. And I don't give a shit. You're wasting your breath, man. I don't care.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, again, Chris, going back to that, it's largely like, you know, my age. It's like you get to that age and you go, all these years I've been worried about what you thought about me, because everybody needs to be loved, especially when we've been through addiction and alcoholism. We want to be accepted. It's like, I have enough.
To get what you have, Dr. Rob, you have to start right where the picture is on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had to do that.
To that. Right.
The way,
Again. Yeah. From that to that.
But I just want people to understand when he's saying, I don't give a shit what you think, that's why. Because it took from that point how many tens of thousands of hours of hard mental work and physical pain to get to what you have in your driveway. That is a symbol to you that you took care of the people that you needed to, that loved you, right? That's how I look at it. I need to be this person to be a benefit to the people that need me.
No, and whether you believe in God, Uncle Jimmy, universe, whatever it is, you get paid back for that shit. Because when they took him off me, ages 1 and 3, my daughter said 3 things: Daddy, Daddy, please don't go. And then the police would carry him down the path. He said, Daddy, Daddy. Last thing he said, like the book says, Daddy, Daddy, please stop drinking. 30 years later, which is 4 years ago, I'm laying in bed. Now, I'm a concierge doctor, which means that people pay a lot of money for me, which means that if my phone buzzes in the middle of the night, I've got to get to the FBO within 45 minutes. That's the case. But I got a text. I looked at it. It was my daughter after 30 years. And do you know how the text started? Hey, Dad. She called me Dad.
Oh,
nice.
She went on to tell me that she's seen me on TV. She doesn't believe it. It's about time. This not going. Blah blah blah. Can you come over? And within like an hour and a half, we're on a plane flying back to England. We get over there, stay in a hotel overnight. Me and my wife walk towards a house. I'm crying. I'm sobbing. I'm shaking. I said to Janet, I can't do this. I can't do this. All the letdowns. We get to the door, and I was just about to turn away. I said, Janet, I can't do it. And Charlie, my daughter, opened the door, and we hugged and we cried. Felt like an hour. Janet said it was a minute. And then she took me by my hand and she walked me into her living room and she handed me my 3-month-old granddaughter. That's why I do it. Everything comes back for those people that take care of other people.
Absolutely.
Always comes back. She's my lead therapist in my Manchester office now. My youngest daughter got in contact with me about 4 months ago.
Well, you win, Dr. Rob. You're the first person to make me cry on the podcast.
Right? It's just,
I
mean, right there and then I was just like, I tell you what, God, if you want to take me now, it's fine. But that daughter, that granddaughter, holding her in my arms in that, it's like all the world went, zoom.
Yeah.
And I was holding her, and I'm so grateful, you know, and I whispered in my breath, God, if you don't want me now, I'm good. It doesn't get any better than this. You give me 20 minutes to hold my granddaughter. It doesn't get any better than this. And I also kept hearing back, oh, no, we're just starting. These are the blessings that you're going to get. These are the things that are going to come back to you. Just keep what you're doing. And, you know, I speak to her most days, and my daughter, I speak to her every day because we share patients, and I go over there, and, you know, it's just, that's why I don't give a shit. It's like, I have enough now.
I just didn't know that I didn't know you were separated for that long. I thought that when you got your shit together, so to speak, you got your kids back. I didn't, man, that just really struck me.
Yeah.
I think of that guy on the couch. I was that guy on the couch, but I didn't have any kids. So that's just a whole nother level of, you were estranged from her for 30 years.
30 years. Yeah. So when I got over there, I didn't really know what I was going to face, but, you got to
So
do what you got to do, man. And my life is full. So our offices right now with Breathbox and my deal here is a sliding scale. We give 25% of the company's profits, and we're multi-million dollar businesses. So there's a lot of money that going back out in communities in America and in England. We have a non-profit that does a lot of money, and me and my wife stick $150,000 into from our own bank account back into the communities. Now, we had a great one the other day because a guy approached us, and his wife had not only thrown him out, but she'd claimed custody of the children. And he was fighting to see they were going to court. He was fighting for 1 day a week to see them. So we got involved. We worked with him pro bono for about 3 months. And then we paid for his legal fees. We paid 12 months on a nice apartment. We furnished it. We got him a suit for the judge to see. We went and spoke on behalf. He gets to see his children twice a week right now. And he has an amazing relationship with his children. That's the shit that we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
People don't see that stuff we do, but that's the stuff. I'm stopping at every corner and giving people money just because it's not my money. Fuck, is it worse back home at the safe? What's he's going to not do anything there? But I pulled up the other day and I'm in the car with a friend and I come up to the lights and this guy comes up with a bucket and I stick $20 in. He goes, oh, bless you, man, bless you. He's like, yeah, no problems, man. And my friend says, you know what he's going to do with that, don't you?
Yeah,
and I said, well, I hope he's going to fucking buy alcohol and drugs because that's what I did when I was homeless. What you do with the money that I bless you with has got nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
I'll give
so
you money, but
important
there's
right there.
conditions on it. You can't buy alcohol. Give me a fucking
Right,
break.
yeah.
I love what
Yeah.
you
You know?
said right there, Dr. Rob. My Grammy taught me that a long time ago, and it's really helped me in life. She said it like this: "What other people think about you, Michael, is really none of your business."
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
really
It's none of your
understand what
business.
that means,
Yeah.
it really helps you in your life. The other thing she taught me was forgiveness is for the other person, forgiveness is for you, not the other
You're right.
person.
Exactly.
I had
And that's where the amends come in. You know, when people,
Yep.
well, I've got to go make amends. What if they do this? It's not for them. It's for you.
Exactly.
I go, what? It's for you. You have to make the effort as a
Yeah.
changed person.
Let go.
So when we take people through the program and we change neural pathways, we clear all the things that we do, and the mind, which is energy, connects with another energy outside, which it always does, your DNA changes. That's our difference between what anybody else does out there.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Who
Yeah.
guarantees
And
you
forgiveness
can recover?
forgiveness is a hard thing too, because you have to look
Yeah.
at it too. You're forgiving somebody who monumentally wronged you in your eyes. So for you as an individual, like for me to forgive my monster of a mother would be a major step in my life, and I'm not there to do that yet because she's just an evil woman. But if I did this, I'm sure at some point in time, if I come to that point where I can do that, I'm sure the weight, there's going to be some type of weight that falls off my soul.
100%.
I guarantee that, right?
sure.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where that's a hurdle that I'm just not ready to jump over yet because I'm just not, because there's so now I went and did the EDMR, the trauma training, and I faced some of the traumas with that. And those traumas have completely left me. I don't think about them anymore. When they pop in my head, there's no emotional reaction to it. There's no physical ties to it. It's completely just, oh, that happened.
I'm glad you
And
brought
that's
that
it.
up because I have another path. I don't know how much he wants to talk about it, but how much credence do you give to like psilocybin and that kind of therapy as far as PTSD, like he's talking about, and maybe MDMA therapy,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff?
I don't think it's been around that long with trialed and tested scientific reports and medical reports about it. So I'm not for it and I'm not against it. It's just like if it does what it says done on the tin to a lot of people, it's brilliant. And even, stuff like Suboxone, I don't mind. So if you're coming off heroin, I don't mind if you take Suboxone, but it's a taper. So if you're still on Suboxone a year down the, guess what? You're still a drug addict. And don't let anybody try and convince you different. Well, I'm clean. Well, because the pharmaceutical company, which kind of the same makeup as heroin. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the pharmaceuticals company in a board meeting going, "Hey, do you know something, boss? Do you know all this heroin? We're losing trillions and trillions of dollars on the streets because of this heroin. What can we do?" And somebody else said, "What if we come up with a drug? Let's, for instance, call it Suboxone, and convince the world that if they went on Suboxone and not heroin, that you're clean and it's from a doctor, and the fucking
Right.
world bought it.
Yep.
They bought
Just
that
like,
shit.
yep.
Hook, line, and
And-
sinker.
Right. And
Yep.
that's how people have us. I mean, you're either clean or you're not. And
Right.
no one's judging you. Well, nobody I know would ever judge anybody. It's like, I did this to get clean. Do you agree with that? Do you get clean? Yeah, fucking right, I do.
Well, that's why I ask you, because that is basically how I got clean. Is I went
Yeah,
on 2
yeah.
heroic doses of mushrooms and
Yeah.
rewired my brain, because I went into it with the intention I'm not going to do these particular things anymore, right? I wish I would have added cigarettes to that list,
Yeah.
because all the
Well,
rest
what
of
what
them
that does,
stuck.
it takes you on a journey, obviously, but it emphasizes the thought, and this is where it gets really important, Mike. It emphasizes the thoughts that you've already put in your head before you take the stuff or before you go there. And the mission was you is to stop A, B, and C. And because it enhances our imagination, you stop A, B, and C. That's how that works. But you've got to be ready and know that you want to quit this before you go and take that. Because people just go in like, my life's in a mess. They come out and it doesn't
Yeah.
work. And the reason why it doesn't work is you don't have a fucking plan.
I had a good
I
guy.
mean, if you haven't got a
That's
plan, who
important.
does? Nobody else does. You have to have
Right.
a plan of your life. This is what I met Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was a bodybuilding back in the late 70s. We picked him up from the airport. We took him to a hotel, and then we had to make sure he got to his 2 gigs there in Manchester. And while I was sat with Arnold, and this is what set mindset off for me. I'm 18, 19 at the time, just a kid. And I said to Arnold, who couldn't speak a lick of English, very
Right.
broken English, I
Right.
said to him, the bodybuilding is amazing, and we love you, Arnold. But what the hell are you going to do after this? There's not a lot of money in bodybuilding. And he looked me straight in the eyes. He said, oh, I'm going to do 3 things. And I said, oh, well, okay then. What's the first one? I'm going to become the highest paid movie star in the world. Well, we nearly fell off our chair
Right.
because this guy couldn't put 2 words together. You know, but okay,
Right.
Arnold. Okay, well,
Yeah, okay.
what's the second thing? I'm going to become a governor of a state in America, preferably California.
Check.
And I was like, well, you can't do that because this is internal. You can't do that because you've got to be a citizen straight away and born there. What's the
Right.
third one? And he said, I'm going to marry into the Kennedy family. Check. Check. And fucking check. And I
So
always remember
the-
that when people say they can't
Yeah.
do stuff.
Did you watch his documentary?
That's a great story.
No.
Oh, his document. It's not self-serving at all.
Yeah.
So Stallone did one shortly after because Stallone has to be better than Arnold. Stallone's is all self-serving. I couldn't watch it for more than 20 minutes. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Arnold's is very humble. It's not, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just not self-serving. It's very well done. It's worth watching if you like Arnold as a human. I don't know. I'm not going to keep dwelling on it, but it's a good documentary about who he is and where he came from and what he achieved. Now, knowing what he told you when you were 18 years old makes it that much more wow.
Yeah.
But that goes back to your thing. It's the power of thinking,
Yep. All the
right?
time.
You can
All
do
the time.
whatever
I mean,
you want as long as you
quantum
put your mind
physics.
to it.
Quantum
Yeah.
physics backs us up here.
Yeah.
I mean, quantum physics is a well-known, respected science. And that is, if you can picture yourself somewhere with working, a lot of work around it, but if you can picture yourself somewhere, like, let's say a basketball court. I've never played, but I think there's
Right.
10 players on there. So if I can think of 10 Robs on there, where do I want to be? Again, never played, but I'm thinking if I'm near the goal, the net, and I get the ball, I'll stick it in the net and become the hero of the game. That's
Right.
simple. So the question is, how do you get there? And
Right.
the answer is, you walk over and you take that position.
Well,
We
Chris
don't
and I are
beg for
living
it.
proof.
We don't
We-
fall for it.
We
walk
started a
over,
band from nothing.
take that
and-
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You've got to
talking
do.
through
Nobody's
all three
coming
of
for
us.
you guys. Nobody's coming. I want to make that real clear to people listening. Nobody's coming for you. You're on your own here.
Yep.
And you can either lull in the shit that you have right now, or you can step out and go, you know something, even for your wife or the kids or you're going to do something with your life and try and find your niche, guys.
Yep.
So we had a guy here that made socks. So I said to him, it's going through a program. What do you like doing in your spare time? I knit socks. Oh, interesting. He said, I knew he was going to laugh. I said, I'm not laughing. It's just interesting. What for?
Yeah.
Well, for my gran and my mom at Christmas time, I knit. Oh, they love it. So I said, okay, we're going to take that. So we built a website, and we got some socks and photographs and stuff. And it said, your deal this month before you leave us on his third month is to sell 2 pairs of socks. He actually sold about 5 pairs of socks. That guy today owns one of the biggest.
Is it Happy Socks?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
Can't tell you. But yeah, I mean, you know, once people, there you go. Once people can convince you, because you're convinced yourself, people will buy in. The people around you that don't, first 5 people around you that don't, that's not your pond to fish in.
Move along.
The people around you will change you. How do we know? Let's go back to our testing and science lab. We got 9 actors to come into the waiting room out there. And the instructions was, when you come in, you drink coffee, you'll hear a buzzer every 45 seconds. When the buzzer goes, I need to stand up for a few seconds and all sit down. That's it. We'll give you $100. Are you in? The actors went, I'm loving it. They all come in. We got one patient that didn't know what was going on, but we said, you can have a free thing of breath box. She come in, sat down, the stage set. 9 actors stood up. She's on a phone. So she glances up quick and back to the phone. They stood up again. Now the phone goes in her lap and she's looking at these guys. So they all sit down again. On the 3rd buzzer, so we're like 3 or 4 minutes into this of changed behavior. She stood up with everyone else.
Wow.
Which was interesting. But as we call the actors in one by one, as if they were patients, she was the only one waiting in the waiting room. She stood up. So the people around you that negatively involve you with their behavior will become your behavior. It's the mirroring part of the brain. You can't hang around those guys. If you're not getting lifted up every single day by the people around you, Rob, you're amazing. You can do, if they're not your guys, you need to move.
Yeah.
You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you.
I conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. That's how the universe is synchronicity. I literally just said that. You cannot move forward if you are surrounded by leeches, because they will suck everything away from you. Even if it's what you just said, if they're just simply telling you, why are you wasting your time with that podcast? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to convince people they aren't going to be drug addicts? Why are you trying to be the best real estate agent you can be by being all over social media? Think about all the people that tell you, why are you doing this? Why are you doing
guys?
that? Those are not your people.
No,
you can be friends with those people.
People stay in relationships way too long. Yeah, they stay in relationships way too long. They stay in jobs way too long. They stay in marriages way too long. If you're coming back from work every day and you're walking on eggshells and your boss is on your back, you need a new fucking job. If you're going over to your partner every night and the same thing, you need a new wife. That's easy for you. No, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Marriage is supposed to be amazing. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to build shit together. If you're arguing most of the time, leave. Yeah, I mean, if you hang around 9 depressed people, you will become the 10th. If you hang around 9 millionaires, you will become the 10th. I mean, it's just normal brain science behind this. We are the people we hang around. And you have to cut people from your life. I told you I lost a lot of weight. And about 3 or 4 months ago, I have a bunch of guys, and one of them's always a little bit sneaky. And I walked in front of everyone. He goes, "Hey, Rob, I see you putting weight on again." "Oh, I'm just joking. I'm joking." He's gone. I had to stand up and get the fuck out the room. I don't need them people around me because I still have that mind that slightly believes what you tell me. So if you're telling me I can't do something, guess what? I'm going to question myself. Maybe you're not this good. All that shit that teachers and caregivers told me as a kid, I start believing that stuff. Because that's the way children are born.
That's
our parents gives it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's always such a brilliant point, Dr. Rob, because if you keep listening to those people, you will become them. I became that person, just like you. The other thing that you said that is so brilliant is what people would find fascinating about you, Chris, and myself is you can shatter us at times still, right?
Yes.
I lost all my self-confidence as a guitar player. If Chris will tell you, if you heard me play a guitar right now, you would say, why are you not playing with someone? Because I hear that all the time. Because I literally, somebody broke me down to the point where I didn't believe that I was any good anymore.
Lost your identity.
I did.
That's what people do, you know. Once we find your identity and all the work is done, you become a very dangerous person in the nicest possible way. Because you don't listen to the norm. The norm bores me. I
You
get
have
bored
to
easy.
deviate from the norm.
And you know
I
what
was
I
that
hate,
person
guys?
at 19 better than I am now.
Yeah.
I hate weak men. I just hate weak men. Well, shut up. I'm not interested. Stand up. I don't
Yeah.
care what you do in your spare time. You dress up as a woman. I don't mind. Stand up and be counted. Either put up or shut up. Not got time
Yeah.
for that shit around me.
Well, you
I don't
keep
take any. I
saying-
don't suffer fools.
You keep
Hmm.
saying something that's so important too. The reason that, like, let's say the book The Secret, the reason that that doesn't work for most people is because you can manifest yourself to that place in the universe that you imagine for yourself, but you keep saying it. You have to move. You have to do the work, right? You have to show up every day and be present and put the time in addition to manifesting your mind to that point, correct?
Well, we had.
Yep.
That's the bench I used to sleep on when I was homeless. I went back there.
I know. That's why I
about
pulled it
6
up because
years ago.
again,
Yeah,
I want
man.
people
This is
people
the
to
guy
wrap
we're
their heads
talking
around
to.
this guy turned into this guy.
Yeah.
Right? It's this guy to this guy. Whoops. I don't know what happened
Oh,
there.
true,
It got
man.
wacky.
So we
yeah,
did our work
yeah.
around moving forward, and what we come up
Mm-hmm.
with is 7.3 second time frame. If I'm sat on the couch with my wife and the dogs tonight, and I've got a big thing of Coke and a big bag of chips, which I do neither, but let's say I do. I see Arnold Schwarzenegger on the TV. I turn to my wife and go, "Hey, I'm thinking of going to the gym tomorrow." I ain't going to the gym. I know it. She's know it. Even the dogs know it. The dogs are like,
Right.
"Nah, you're not going to." But within a 7.3 second time frame, once I've said it, if I move to the bedroom, put my sneakers and my shorts and everything, and move that bag over to the front door or the car, there's a good chance of me doing it. But after 7.3 seconds,
Wow.
it's gone. You're not going to do it.
Wow.
It's crazy that
That's
you
a
choose
mi-
that time frame because when I was talking to Chris about my recovery, I started taking life 10 seconds at a time. And I never knew why I used that time
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah.
But I always thought if I can get through this 10 seconds, I can get through the next 10 seconds. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a working
Yeah.
part of the mind. See, people want to think about the past, what's going to happen to the future. I've not got a job. I can't pay the bill. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop that shit.
The scary thing to me was when someone said you have to instill to this day. That's the reason I'm still addicted to nicotine. I got to rewire my brain, right? It always scared me when someone said forever. When I thought I'm going to no longer be a drug addict, now
Yeah.
what am I going to do, right? This
Yeah.
is my identity. This is what I do. The thought of doing that never again was overwhelming, but I could do it for 10 seconds, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do that in the day, so I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. Like my assistant will text me. She texts me every night at 6 p.m. for what I'm coming the next day. I don't want to know. So like I say, last night at 6 o'clock, bing, bing,
Yeah.
Mike and Chris. I'm like, oh, these guys.
Yeah, because
seem
she
like-
she messaged me about the same time. Are we still on tomorrow? I'm like, yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to know what tomorrow is. I'm going to pack everything in today. I'm going to do everything
That's
I can
cool.
today to make me and other people's life blessed. That's what I'm here for. There's no stopping me. I'm in the best shape of my life. Mentally, I'm better than I've ever been. I'm surrounded by people that love what I do and vice versa. I have an amazing wife who loves and believes in what we do. And life is amazing. And again, it's easy for you to say, fuck that. No, it's not.
Your energy.
Or you went
is
to college.
infectious.
Who gives a shit? The college degree was okay 20 years ago. There's no ROI
mean
on a
shit
fucking
now.
college degree.
Yeah.
You think these shit means anything when I'm sat in front of a chronic alcoholic who's fucking dying of untreated alcoholism, where he's just going to go, like my wife's brother. There's no warning on real suicide. He's with his family, with Janet, my wife, and the family barbecuing. He says, I'm going to go home. I'm trying to not drink. I don't feel good around alcohol. Hugging Janet, I'll see you tomorrow. We're going shopping tomorrow. And this is what the cameras show. He goes up the driveway, into the garage, gets out the garage, reaches for a gun and blew his fucking head off.
Wow.
That's reality of life, man. So you better get your shit together, guys. You don't have to live like that. You've got to start living it in today and believing that we only have now.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Like I've got 1:45 p.m. my time. I'm enjoying this moment. I'm not thinking what I'm going to do at 2:15. I'm not.
Right.
No. Fucking killing it now, baby.
We're just, yeah, baby.
Oh, let's do it.
So this I think is a good kind of spot to just kind of wrap things up because you have things to do today. We have things to do today, and I like where we've gone with this. I definitely want to have you come back on the show another time because I feel there's so much more we can talk about, especially with everything that you do. Because again, your life resume is fantastic. Time is valuable. We truly appreciate your time. Mike and I have both been touched. Go ahead, Mike.
Real quick, man.
Yeah.
Your energy is infectious, and I feel blessed that you did this. Anytime you
Yeah.
want to come back, you reach out
Yeah.
to us, and you're welcome back here anytime.
Yeah, and
I'm
and
hyper.
that-
I feel like I just did a line of speed, and that's what you expect, right?
Where do you guys live?
I live in Arizona.
Illinois.
Arizona. Oh, I'm in Arizona soon.
Illinois.
Okay, cool.
Patient over there.
When you come
But
to
listen.
Arizona, give me a heads up when you come to Arizona.
I will. So off air, when we go,
Yeah.
I'll get your phone numbers. But listen, guys.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the book. Daddy,
Yeah.
Daddy, please stop drinking.
Yep, I
That's
saw
my
that.
daughter, Charlie. That's me. Okay.
Cool.
10 copies. Let's give them away free. Just mention the show, mention Mike, Chris, or Rob. I'll sign
Okay.
it for you. I'll send it. I'll pay
Cool.
for the shipping and everything on one condition that you
Yeah.
give it to somebody else when you're done.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go. We'll put that on our Facebook page, and we'll forgot to put it on the website.
Yep.
So you want to find Dr. Rob? Just Google Dr. Rob Kelly. You're going to see all his stuff. He's everywhere. His website, his all the social media stuff like that. Definitely, if you're struggling with anything, not just addiction, if you want to change your mindset, you want to change how you're thinking in life, you want to achieve more than you think you can, this guy can help you do that. Mike and I will both reach out to Courtney too because I want to try that thing out that you mentioned because there's value and everything you said today, and it resonated with me on so many different levels. So
Me too.
we're going to have a little journey, I think, Rob, for sure. He's Dr. Rob Kelly. I'm Chris Dunham. He's Mike Michaels. This is the Chris and Mike Show. Remember, if you're feeling suicidal, depressed, don't do it. Go journal, go run, go work out, go scream in a pillow, go find somebody to talk to. If you can't find someone to talk to, you can text 988. Somebody is there waiting to help you, talk you off that cliff, get you off that edge. Tomorrow is a better day because you're waking up in it. Don't leave a hole in somebody else's heart because you decide to take your own life. It's not worth it. Again, tomorrow is a better day with you in it. For Chris and Mike Show and Dr. Rob Kelly, I'm Chris. He's Mike. That's Dr. Rob Kelly again. Love you, Mike. Love you, Dr.
you too,
Rob. I don't
brother.
even know you. I don't even know you, but just fuck, man. Amazing time with you today. We so appreciate your time and presence. We're going to have you back on for sure. Tell Courtney thank you. And yeah, we'll definitely be in contact again. Until next time, everybody. See you.
Peace.